Hey guys.
That was so funny. The live video just said that it wasn't working. We both literally were like, ah!
I bet you that's gonna be in it. Like, watch that end up being in it. Where we're both like, come on!
I hope so. Where is everyone at? Is it still not working? That would be a bummer.
No, I think it is.
Nobody's here. Say hello. Sometimes it takes a second for them to send out the notifications. Oh, by the way, since you've been gone, I lost all my viewers except one.
Or go. No, I'm just kidding.
So I can't be associated with
I'm here for the views.
You're a failure. 2 people.
2 people are here.
The notifications must not have gone out. Or we're too late. We're 10 minutes late. So
it's
they're
also
like
a 7-minute
not
lag.
going live today.
I guess we'll post in the groups.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
The notifications will go out. Look at, hey! Guys, guess who's with me today?
Hello!
I brought her back.
I brought myself back.
I know, you did bring yourself back. She was like, actually, I'm coming a week early. And I was like, oh, you're going to come hang out with me? She's like, no, I'm going to hang out with my friends.
Well, yeah. Like, why would I? Yeah.
Like, I'm the only one here for you to come see.
Why would I come help you?
Kidnapper keeper, says Belle.
I mean, we could.
Okay, Belle, like that's in your...
I'm grown.
Belle says to kidnap and keep her. Get it?
Ah,
Got it.
good one.
Because Belle was kidnapped and caught and kept.
Kept it in.
Anna, says Nora. Where's everybody coming up from today? This is a Get Ready with Anna. That's what the title meant.
Makeup in time, so.
And I was like, these people are waiting. No, we actually ate breakfast. We went through Starbucks. I started eating their, what are those called?
Egg bites?
Well, no, I don't actually order them by what they're actually called because they're like viso. They're like French word. So I always say the bacon
that sounds
egg
like
bite.
Starbucks.
I know. It's probably French and means Spanish or something. But it's, that's just what Starbucks is. So I started getting those, the bacon and eggs, because they're semi-keto. They have 9 grams of carbs, which is kind of a lot to start a day with. But I started eating those, and they were obviously out today because how did she say? I was like, and I was like, can I get these? And she was like, we don't have those right now. And then I was like,
Oh, yeah.
oh, dang it. And then I remembered they had the other flavor, and I was like, do you have the bell pepper ones?
She's like, of course.
Yeah, she said, of course.
What do you mean? Okay, but you didn't have the other ones. But of
What?
course you have the other ones.
We don't get it.
Sometimes I
Houston.
think they're just so happy and they just have to be so happy. Like, of course that's okay, thanks.
Of course. Maybe she meant like, of course you can get those instead. I don't know.
Yeah,
I was
maybe
just, it's too early. I'm too tired.
Oh, she also drove off without our food.
And then I drove off without the food, and I was like, oh yeah,
And then
wait.
she stopped
Of
midway.
course I need to go back and get those. I'm going to start keto next week when I go out of town for work 6 to 8 weeks from no husband or kids. Whoa. What a good time to do it.
Right?
Because Dustin is my number one, like, villain in the keto world. Literally, like,
I'm sure he'll be like,
yeah.
so you want pizza?
Yeah, he's like, oh, that's nice. You're doing keto. Let's go to sushi. How about some pasta tonight? We got stuff to make spaghetti.
And then me, I'm terrible. I'm just like, I'm with Dustin.
And I'm with Dustin too, but I'm like,
yeah.
but no. Maybe she meant that people don't order them very often, so they always have them. That's what we were like, oh, so they're probably disgusting and nobody ever buys them. So of course they're available. But so keto, and now I think I like doing Tuesday marks because it reminds me that I'm on, like, now I think I'm on week 7 of keto.
Dang.
I know. And I've had a total of like 5 cheat days, 2 last week because I had a burger with fries on a Wednesday, and then that was
So
going to be
you can't have sugar, right?
no sugar, no fries, no bread, which is sugar. All of it equates to sugar, but like you have to know what else has sugar in it. So I locked my scale away at least like 4 weeks ago, and I was down 8 pounds at that moment. So I don't know how many I'm down. I know my pants are falling off. It's a good thing.
That's good.
I think so.
And I think you notice more. I notice more with the scale because I could be like exercising way more, gaining muscle or something.
Yeah.
And my weight it could all be water weight and I'm losing inches. Like I don't know.
Yeah, and we're pretty muscly.
Yeah.
Like we have
Thighs, muscle.
my dad's side of the family, and we are thick in the muscle area. Like,
yeah, like you would think, oh, like you're a little. No, it's mostly
it's muscle. And like Dustin knows, I could, like, if I were to kick him, he would have a big bruise because I'm super strong in the legs. Like, no strength up here, but the legs, I'm like, oh yeah, I got you. Like, you need that lifted? I got that. My husband lost over 100 pounds on keto, and I can keep it off and can keep it off. I'm having issues not cheating. So the more you cheat, the harder it is to stay on it because you get hungry. Yeah. Well, you get hungry if you cheat. Like a couple days ago, I had an airhead. Is that what those are called?
Yeah.
But it was like a mini size one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had one of those and I was like, oh, it's just one airhead. You know, it's a mini size one. But as soon as you put sugar in, your body goes, ooh, we're eating this again. And I want to be hungry again. So Sharon says she loves tart. Anna. So what's new in Anna's life?
I got a place by myself. And
across the United States?
A long way away from here.
On the other side.
Far away. Place.
Is that because you hate us?
No.
I'm just trying to get all the questions out that people would be like, did she leave because she hates you?
That's definitely what it is.
Yeah. Do you still work for me?
Yes.
Yeah. With me, I'll say.
Yes.
I didn't share it, but somebody shared a picture of like the difference between a boss and a leader, and like, sometimes I can be pretty bossy, but I try to be a leader. So I'm like, a leader is in the front running,
right,
having all the people helping them behind them, whereas a boss is behind
at a desk and everyone's carrying.
Yeah. So I try to keep that in mind, but I don't know. You can open up about that if that's not what it feels like. So some days I'm like, hey, I need this now. But
Tania's telling me to do my job again.
My husband says that my husband says that he is doing keto with me, but he goes and asks me for bread. Yeah, that's a husband for you.
Yep.
So,
I moved. I've been just decorating, furnishing the places a lot. So it's been like month to month, but I chose like a blush pink, literally this color.
Literally blush.
That's my like accent color in my room. So my curtains are like pink, but it looks really good because it's all black, white, and gold, and then pink. So
that sounds pretty.
My bed is white. I have like a couple accent pillows that are pink. I have a little like furry rug on the carpet that's pink. And then I have my curtains are pink. I have this really cute thing I got at Hobby Lobby that says she's going places, and it's like a light pink world map.
Yeah. Oh, I've seen that. That's really cute.
And then I have like a pineapple top with a pink background, but it's just the top of the pineapple and it's green. It's really cute.
On the wall?
Mm-hmm. It's
cute.
like a canvas.
You gotta send pics.
I think I took.
You gotta take pics.
I did that, and then like a bunch of stuff happened, and I now have a computer. So
everyone says they love this palette.
That is the Tartelette in Bloom palette.
That's
There's
pretty.
Like 2 of them. I love it. I dropped it.
Ooh, I like the leader color.
I dropped it, and both of the shimmer things like broke, and I like smushed it back in there. But this one was like gone.
That's the one thing I like about Urban Decay is like,
but this
I don't break it.
Is amazing.
Yeah, I bought the Stila palette and it broke. Yeah, I don't know if like that's a great brand, but I only buy Urban Decay because it lasts me years and it never breaks. But that's a really pretty color palette. I like it.
Yeah. This is like my color. Like I get this in lip color.
Melissa's here.
Hi, Melissa.
I love that palette. Definitely want to buy. What's the name of my diet? My lifestyle change is keto.
Sound like my grandpa.
Because it has to be a lifestyle change.
I know.
So Dustin actually watched a documentary last night on Netflix. I can't remember what it's called, but it's about the ketogenic diet.
The magic pill?
No.
A magic pill?
No, I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but I'll share it. It's a good documentary. It has a lot of like scientific viewpoints that are a little different, but it's interesting because like they had a lady who used to be a vegan talk about how she was like full vegan, and then she like planted all of her crops in her backyard and then realized that the soil she needed was all animal based soil, because I didn't even like, mind blown. Plants eat animals. Plants have to eat animals because decomposed animals are soil. And so you can never actually be a vegan unless you're doing like corn-fed soil, which is going into your plants, and then you're not getting any of the natural
it's like a whole
process.
Cycle.
Yeah. And so she was like, okay, either way, animals have to die. And then it goes into like this whole process of like the best way to do it is to live on a prairie and have like your calves that are breeding, your cows that are breeding, and then and well, I mean, because that's what we are designed for. But we live in this world where everything is, you know, you do this and you do that, and it's all assembly line. Is that what it's called? Are you looking for pictures of your house? It's like assembly line. Like this person does the cow breeding, and this person does the fertilizing of the soil and that, but it should all work together. And realistically, like we should be eating a high fat, high protein, like a high fat, high protein, but good fats, not fats that are easy to get. So like animal fats, coconuts, coconut oil, avocado. I'm sure you've heard all this, but circle of life. Yeah. So it's, I mean, you can't get through life without animals dying, which is interesting. I've never heard a vegan's point of view on that.
So,
that's
cute.
My
bed. My curtains weren't up at that point, but I have them. Like,
that's super cute.
But then I bought this pink chair.
Oh, go like this. There you go. Look.
So that's my bed. That's my chair.
That's so cute.
My TV was on the floor, and I just like get ready on the floor in front of the full mirror.
Right.
But
I love it. I envy it because once you get married, you can't.
So that was my whole thing. Like my roommate has like a red color, like red and black. She was like, I'm trying to be all like older and stuff. And I just was like, why? Like now, like I'm 18. And when I was younger, my older sister hated pink. So I was like, I hate pink. Like I don't like that. Like that's stupid. That's girly. So I always like pretended that I didn't really like pink. And then I just kind of stopped liking pink, and I always had a turquoise blue for my room color. And then like I just started realizing, I was like, pink is so pretty. And then I realized like it's in style right now, and there was like a bunch of pink stuff. So then I just chose pink, and then I figured I can't do this when I'm married.
Yeah.
I'm 18, but like, yeah, sure, my room's pink, but it's like subtle, nice
right.
pink. Also, I do whatever I want.
Right.
Like, you know.
I don't know if I could handle having a husband that like tells me that he has a preference on how things are decorated, because I would probably be like,
I want one who like cares enough to like tell me if I'm like this or this.
Right. Like I'll be like,
don't tell me like I want this
or that's gotta go because I want this in here. And some men are good at that.
Yeah.
Like some relationships work great. Like the woman has no desire to decorate and the man does, and that's perfect. But for me personally, I love putting a personal touch on everything.
But it's got to be my personal touch.
Yes, we actually have we have a blush pink bedspread right now.
You guys?
I do. Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Well, I
made it.
If I was married, I'd be like, whatever. Look, I'm already married to you. You can't judge me. So
nope.
We're doing pink.
And honestly, like, who's the one making the bed? You.
Exactly.
Most of the time. I don't know. I didn't. Nobody made our bed this morning.
Floor.
So you moved back over to the other side of the world, and you decorated in pink. You got a car.
Took a while. I was like carless for like 2 months, and then it was terrible. But
you're learning real life adulting skills.
Yeah.
Yeah? What's the biggest thing you've learned since moving back? You miss living here with us?
It's definitely cheaper. No, I don't know. It's just a lot. Like, you don't think about when you're a kid. And so, like, people my age who still they haven't moved out, they haven't done, like, the process of things, I just don't have the same respect for them. Because, like, seriously, like, I have kids my age just now getting their license.
Yeah.
And they're, like, talking about, like, I mean, God, like, complaining about the stuff I was complaining about when I was, like, 16 or, like, 15 or 16. Yeah. So I'm, like, I've been there. I've done that. I've already been driving. Like, I already know, like, I'm already in with that. But then the whole like just the adult stuff that nobody talks about until all of a sudden you're 18 and oh yeah, you have to do that. You're like, what? Like, well, there's taxes that came out of nowhere that I had just was like, yeah, like everybody just like taxes. I don't know what that is.
Which for some people, taxes are easier, but like taxes are taken out of your check and then you pay
right. Which once, that's what I'm
get
learning.
Money back. But you are a independent contractor, which you're learning. So instead of like not having respect for people who don't have that, like who haven't got there, just learn to like be like super awesome. Like that's what I've learned. Like I moved out at 17 and I was paying rent at 17. I paid for my car at 17. Yeah. I was doing all these things. And a lot of my friends were like, my parents are paying for me to go to college and I'm going to live in a dorm, which is basically like a camp. I'm not going to talk bad about dorm rooms or anything like that. But just saying, like, I didn't have the means to do that. So instead of being like, well, these kids are idiots and I am learning all these things, like, I just realized, like, I'm appreciative that
the hardest part is nobody can, like, you can't relate to people my age. So it's, like, it's hard. And also, nobody still understands what I do. Like, nobody knows my job. Either, so. Like, literally, people just be like, so where do you work? And I'm just like, for my aunt, like, based out of California, like, I travel for work, you know, like, whatever. And they're just like, okay. And then they're like, so how much is this place? And they, like, assume it's very, like, cheap or what, you know, like, I don't know. It's just weird.
Yeah.
But there's things like the getting a car process. That took forever. I had my mom there. Like, I'm not going to lie. Like, I didn't need her there, but, like, some of the things she was saying, I was
you
like.
You always need your mom, though.
Like Mom.
There are so many things in life when you're like, I was like, my mom hasn't taught me this yet. I really need her right now.
So I was literally like, she's sitting there, the car salesman's like telling me all this stuff, you know, like, I'm about to sign my life away, like Ariel. Like, I just was like, okay. So
you got your face. You're pretty voice.
You're telling me this, and I'm just like, yeah. And he's like, so do you want this, like, insurance? Do you want this or this? And I'm like, Mom, do I want this or this? Like, I was like, I don't know. 1 second. Mom, what? But like, there was, I mean, I could have if he would have explained it to me, obviously.
But you do know, and I'm not going to be like, well, you should have done it this way. But you buy a car cash and it's a lot easier.
So here's the thing. So when I got my car, which was really cool, my mom's boyfriend knew, he used to work at the place. Yeah. And so I got 0%
interest. For how long?
For like 6 years.
You better pay that off in 6 years.
I will.
Just saying. No, it's that's good.
No, it's not good.
That is good. But cool. You still have a lot of taxes and fees and all that if they tack onto that.
But it was pretty cool. Like, out of all the things, like, that was very easy. And now
you don't have to worry about a car. Yeah.
Now Michaelin's got, like, Michaelin's
starting to do that. If you were to wreck your car and your car has depreciated, you still you have gap insurance?
I got so I'm fully covered. This is like so this is another thing they don't explain to you, because when I had my other car, I was like, give me the cheapest I can, like,
that's not
now it's like you have to be fully covered. So I was like, okay, I'm fully covered.
But
so,
you
like,
have gap insurance.
I'm on the don't hit me.
Do you guys know what gap insurance is? You know what a gap insurance is.
Gap insurance is basically if you wreck your car at any point and you have gap insurance, they will, like, make your car what it was worth.
They'll pay it off.
Yeah. They'll pay the rest of your car off if anything happens to it. But so this was what was cool with it is I have the coverage for 6 years. So my whole time being on the loan, I have, like, if anything goes wrong mechanically, I just take it into the Ford place.
Right.
And then, like, I have
the gap insurance. Because you bought a Ford.
Yeah.
Just saying.
So, whatever. Shut up. Well, I'll get it fixed. So, got that covered.
I'm with that.
But so, I will have that, and, like, I can take it in and whatever. And then as long as I'm paying. So I was going to rush to pay it off. Like, that's what I was going to do. And then the guy was like, so he's like, if you rush to pay it off and you're making extra payments, he's like, when you have that car, you're going to run out of gap insurance.
Yeah.
Because the second I pay it off, my gap insurance goes away.
Well, you don't need gap insurance once it's paid off. Okay. You don't need gap insurance once it's paid off.
I guess.
Then you can stop paying gap insurance.
Well, right. No, I know that.
No, pay it off, because what you do is you pay it off and then you can save money for your next car.
Right.
Your car is going to depreciate no matter what.
Yeah.
Well, but no, hopefully you'll keep this car for a very long time. But someone just said they learned about gap insurance the hard way, because realistically, your car depreciates and you get in a fender bender and it can get totaled because it now has depreciated. Let's say it's worth $6,000 and the bodywork is $8,000 on your car, which my car was almost totaled when I got in my little fender bender, but it was worth just a little bit more than the repairs. So you get in that, and then I don't know what I was saying.
It's early.
So it gets totaled, and then you and then if you have that gap insurance, it pays off the car that you had. But if you didn't, then you have to pay for that car. So so my first car, I paid off completely. This is what happens when you don't have an emergency fund and you don't have your car savings in place, because this is what happens even if you don't have gap insurance.
Right.
My car, which was worth like $5,000, I bought on a loan at 17, and I paid it off, and it was paid off. I was driving it paid off, so no gap insurance needed, and someone completely totaled it. I got $1,500 back for it, and I had no other money to spend on a car. So I was
forced. You did have gap insurance, or you didn't?
You don't need it once it's paid off.
Oh, right.
Even if so you have gap. So say you have a $10,000 car. We'll use easy numbers. So you have a $10,000 car and you've driven it for 3 years. It's now worth $6,000, and you still owe $8,000 on it. Say you've paid $2,000 off. You get in a car accident and the insurance goes, okay, you owe $8,000. Let's pay it off. You're done with no money, and you still need a new car.
Right.
You have no money at all. So now you have to go finance another car.
Right.
And you need more money. So with me, I had a $5,000 car that I had paid for, even though I paid more because I was paying interest, and it was paid off. I got $1,500 back, and I needed a car, and I had $1,500 to my name. So I could either go buy a $1,500 car cash, because I had already was set up with a car paid off, or I could take that $1,500 and put it on another car loan. And that's what started my part of our debt, is I got a $12,000 car. And then
which car was that?
That was my Sebring, my red Sebring. And then I had a nanny job where I needed to put a kid in the front. So I needed a car which was dumb. I should have just figured it out and but I had 4 kids because I had my own kid and I was nannying for 3 kids. So I needed a space to put them in the front. So I got another car, and that was like a $26,000 car after I added both loans together, because they'll do that. They have no desire to make you in a good position. They just want their money.
Right.
So gap insurance is going to cover the difference between what you owe and
that's the stuff I learned about that nobody tells you about.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody talks about either. So I just kind of, and I mean, I guess you don't need to talk about it until it's happening, but
no, you do need to talk about it before it happens.
Right.
You need to know this before it happens, and that's one of the things that our society fails kids. You're not a kid, but kids and people your age especially, because you're in the age group where credit cards are becoming an option, and they're going right after you guys because you don't know any of that stuff. So they're going after you.
My age, I'm just gonna get a credit card. I'm just
no, I had a best friend who graduated high school with $5,000 of credit card debt already, because creditors know as soon as you turn 18, you're going to make dumb choices and we're going to jump in and get you. They go after your age and people who filed bankruptcy the most.
I just kids, they're doing it. I'm just going to pay my phone.
But there's a lot of kids out there who aren't.
Okay.
So you just need to meet other people like you, because there are a lot of people your age not living life like that. And
older, usually,
no, you just haven't met them. I know so many people your age who are paying rent, live on their own. They are going to school full time.
Where are these people?
You gotta find them.
Because
most of them are in
I've started
school.
to make friends with mostly Michaelan's friends.
Yeah, because they're a little bit older.
Started hanging out with our friends.
Yeah.
Ready for this?
Ready for what?
My highlight.
Whoop whoop.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Ready? Hopefully it shows up on the camera.
You're going to be all ready by the end of this video, and then it's going to be done. I guess that's what a Get Ready with Anna is about.
Duh.
Right? Got it. So
I
okay.
did that.
So you're learning the finances.
So
on your own.
Learned that, learned like paying bills, learning people aren't reliable. So
roommates probably are hard. Yeah. So without going into too much of that, but yeah, roommates are hard, and sometimes it's easier to live on your own, but at the same time, it's not.
Well, and
you
that
need
was the whole thing. Is I was like,
help.
okay, like yeah, it'll save me money, and then it got to the point where I was like, this isn't saving me money. This is just stressing me out.
Yeah. So it's important before you move in with somebody to make sure that they have their, like, that's what I'm saying. You need to find more people like you, like, or just that have knowledge or desire to learn and responsible and stuff like that. So,
well, and that's the thing. A lot of my kids, or a lot of my children, people my age think that like they're just like, I know what that all is, like da da da. And then, like, I don't know.
Priscilla says, my daughter was on her own. She has paid rent in her own car, etc. 18, has moved to Michigan, Seattle, etc. Cool. Has no debt either. That's awesome. So realistically, like, we blame the schools. We're like, okay, schools are not teaching our kids how to do this. But on the actual note, it's not the school's job. Yes, it would be amazing if they added real life practical stuff into school. Yeah. Of course, we would all do so much better if that was the case. However, as parents, it's so important for you to learn it and teach it to your kids, and as much as you can learn, teach it at the same time. So Financial Peace University is amazing. If you guys find one in your area, do it. It's a game changer on all levels, but a parent has to parent. Yes. So, and those life skills, which is kind of sad because I really do wish schools would add it into what they do, because there are so many deadbeat parents out there that aren't teaching kids anything. And we're not going to change a generation if schools don't step up and try to do it too.
Some parents don't know their financial, you know what I mean?
Most parents don't. So that's who Dustin and I work with.
Right.
People our age and
older. So how are they going to teach their kids? They're kind of like, okay, so here's what I kind of did. Don't mess up, but figure it out on your own because it's too stressful.
Yeah. But now we've got books and Dave Ramsey and other financial advisors and things like that. And
I don't know. I just learned a lot this year, but
that's good.
I wish I wouldn't have learned it the hard way, but I'm learning things the hard way.
As long as you're learning. I mean, and
I totally could have avoided it.
But and when you learn the hard way, you can help someone else not learn the hard way. But you will also realize it doesn't matter how much you try to let someone like see that the hard way is the wrong way to learn it, they'll still want to learn the hard way. Yeah. Like, we have dealt with families in FPU, some that go, we're jumping on and we're doing it. And, you know, we've been doing FPU for 8 years now. We've seen families turn full circle, sell or have everything in cash and whatever. And we've seen the families who are like, I just don't really agree with it that much, or we'll get to it. You know, we just can't do it right now. And then they don't. And it's 8 years later and they're still in that same spot where they're like, I'll do it next week or whatever, you know? So it's like, you got to pull up the bootstraps and you got to just do it.
Well, and that's what, like, I'm not getting a credit card, not doing any of that.
I will punch you if you get a credit card.
I'm not doing
you already got but
it worked out pretty good deal if I was gonna get one. Like,
except if for some odd reason I die and all this dies and you gotta go work at like Chuck E. Cheese.
I'll take over
and
your
you have
channel. This isn't gonna die.
I said they die. Not them, but YouTube dies. What if YouTube dies? And everything on the internet dies. What if we have the internet apocalypse? Like,
well, then I'll go back to working at Target.
Right. And I don't think your car payment will really matter because we'll be like, nobody can track if I'm even paying my car payment.
Yeah, if that was the case. Yeah, no, I would take over. I would take over. But.
Facebook went crazy in my Cricut groups about the faux leather on sale at Hawaii. Hobby Lobby.
What?
Have you done any videos making the earrings or bows with them? I've had them for really old people.
I'm just like watching you struggle to read.
But never have done anything. I have not been a huge fan of faux leather.
I have never
Use faux leather.
We made a banner last year for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was like pumpkins.
No, it was with faux leather. No, I did a camp one.
Maybe it was
like it was for my cousin, and it was only because someone actually needed it, and they were like, "Can you make me a banner?" And I was like, "Yeah, I need a reason to use faux leather."
Where did it all go?
Oh,
it used to be right there.
Well, I started packing.
So much has changed since I left you guys.
Not really. Everything's just on the floor over there.
It's a disaster.
The office is a disaster. They know that. I've told them. Oh yeah.
Because I'm gone to keep everything in
Actually,
order.
no, this is what it looks like every other week, and then the next week it's spotless. Like, that's what I do. Right. I work, and I get it all the video shot, and then I clean it, and then I start a whole other round.
Creative people is they're really messy.
Yep.
But I just don't want to, I've learned that I'm like I clean. I like cleaning. I'm a Monica.
Yeah.
I'm a Monica.
You have a dirty closet.
I'm a Monica.
Alicia, cut it up now. Sorry. Financial advice.
So, now I've learned I'm a Monica.
But Monica is like always clean. I'm not a Monica. I want to be a Monica, and I like you know that episode where she's like, I'm gonna stay at home all night, and they're like, you're gonna clean, huh? And she's like, it's gonna be so hot. Like, that is me. Like, a moment when nobody is there, and I can just clean the whole house.
Well,
that's me.
What I've learned is that's what I do. But I learned this when I woke up one morning and there was a stain in my sink from something, and it was like purple. And it was from my roommate, and I woke up and I looked and I just was like, okay, whatever. And then I went and I tried to go back to sleep. This was in the morning. And I just was like, there's a stain in my sink, and if I let it sit there, it's just gonna get worse, and it's gonna stain this. Like it wasn't staining yet because it happened the night before or whatever. And I just was like, ugh. And I knew she wouldn't clean it in weeks. So I went downstairs and I got Windex and cleaned that and wiped it out. So
I just had an epiphany.
There's stuff like that where I can't think straight if there's things crusted on the kitchen counter from people cooking and stuff.
Okay. So if you don't have kids, which you don't, and if you don't have kids, but I just want you to realize right now, kids, every single one of them is having another roommate that doesn't do anything.
No.
And you have to
child.
Yeah.
But I've learned when I move in, everybody's like, how's it going? Whatever. I'm I'm keeping it clean, and I'm not saying I'm the cleanest person ever, but I'm realizing if I'm gonna be clean, this is the time to set the tone. So every Wednesday I deep clean and I do all of that stuff that I need to do. So I'm making habits right now. But I'm just realizing I'm sure having kids and stuff, I'm just I think I would.
But you can't care. First of all, the kids don't pay rent. Even if your roommate doesn't. Second, so it is having another one. And you can't ever kick them out until at least you can legally do it. And you're responsible for their whole livelihood as a human. Whatever they turned out, you get blamed for every bit of it. So you're ooh, I have to do this.
Yeah.
So I have to teach you to scrub that. And so if you do it for them, you end up enabling them. If you don't do it for them, then you end up being bitter because you do all this stuff for your kids and whatever. But kids are fun. You should do it one day, long time away.
Yeah, for sure.
No, they're fun. Kids are gross. The older they are, the more gross they are. Yeah.
I want a dog. I wanted a dog.
Dogs are just as bad.
Here's the thing. So this whole thing, I was I'm lonely, I'm starting to get lonely.
Get a better roommate. There are roommates out there or focus on getting a husband eventually.
Okay, no. Boys are no.
For whoever asked, that's Dustin and I got married at 21 and 23. Someone asked that, so okay. I'm just saying.
But so I was I'm lonely. I wanted to get a dog. I was gonna save up for I was gonna do it. I wasn't gonna be like what my sister did and just go get a dog. I was gonna do that. I was gonna plan it out. Plan a baby shower for the dog. Buy it all these cute little things. Have a little emergency fund for the dog just in case anything happens. I was gonna do it, and then my mom was like, "Don't get a dog." I was well, I'm lonely. And then I got a roommate. You know what? All this would happen.
You know what?
Got a dog.
Great? No, get a
dogs
fish.
Love you.
Get
I would just kill the fish. I would kill the fish.
Yeah. Well,
I wouldn't get
Shelter
one.
dogs, yes, are great. However, dogs are. I was just thinking this morning. Everything I have done successfully as a parent, I opposite do with my dog. I baby talk him because I'm like, okay, Hunter is only going to live for like 9 years, and I'm not responsible for him being a productive member of society one day. So I can ruin him all I want. That's my philosophy on dog parenting. You're not going to learn the same things being a dog parent. You're not going to be a well-rounded human being that's insane, that's losing their hair because you're a dog mom. Just saying, like, it's probably a better life.
Wait, what do you mean?
I don't know. I want you to have
go insane?
I mean, I'm just saying it builds character, you know? Like, I was a stronger, uglier person because I'm a mom. Anyway.
Then these are like moms giving me this advice, so I'm just kind of like.
I know. That was women's retreat. I brought her to women's retreat, and by the end, she was like, all I know is I don't want to get married and I don't want to have kids.
Literally, I was in the wrong place, like, at a wrong time. I think I was 17. Was I 18?
It was last year. You were 18. You were about to be 18.
Yeah.
Because you're about to be 19 right now. Right?
I went, yeah. Ooh,
or no, you had just turned 18 because it's in November. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just turned 18, you know, like have no business being a mom or getting married.
The women's retreat is not just for moms. We just have a lot of complaining moms who are like, we need this retreat, we don't care what we're doing.
And they just they were basically like chickens with their heads cut off, being like, I just need to get away from my family. And they were just like, I just hate, like, my house is a company comes over, my kids are driving me insane, my husband doesn't listen, finances aren't where they need to be. And I just kind of sat in a group, and they everyone vented, right? So it was like, and then it would get to the next person, she would be like, and then it would get to me, and they'd be like, Anna, what do you want to share? I just was like, I guess doing laundry is hard.
So can you see why,
even though I've been doing it since I was in there, I just kind of was like, I shouldn't be here. I just wanted to quietly get up.
You're all my element. But at the same time, that's why I don't like going to women's retreat. One, I wish
it would have been really fun and not lighthearted. That's not I don't mean don't get deep, but
so true. I'm not kidding.
Something fun, I don't know. It was just very interesting.
Husbands are worse than dogs. Yes. So I guess I'm saying if you want to
dog is better.
If you want to get a dog
in the long run of things, dog
be
is here, children, husband here.
Exactly. But get a dog and become this great of a person. Get husband and kids and become
Hunter.
Of course.
Exactly.
Hunter greets me at the door. He never ever complains. He doesn't do any chores, but we can get over that because his ears are so soft and so cute. But anyways, what I was saying is I ruined him because I'm the kids never slept in our bed ever. I was like, no, kids are gonna be in their own bed. This is husband and wife bed. That's important. Whatever. Hunter, your blankie is right here. Come lay in the bed.
He's huge, taking up most of the bed. You guys are like, okay, Hunter, have your bed.
It's all, I slept with this all night because the dog was pushing me off the bed.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I just realized a lot of my problems wouldn't be this if I was focused on getting a dog right now or something, or if I had a goal of getting a dog.
Okay. Don't get a dog until you own a home or
and here's the other thing is so everyone in my family has big dogs. You have a big dog. Mm-hmm. Has all hassles.
All the dogs are hassles. Callie was a hassle. Yeah. Little dogs are yappy. So if you rent and they bark, that's why we had to move her to our in-laws.
Like that though. Because a lot of people raise little dogs and they're just and then they let them do whatever. But if you put them in their place they're a big dog and treat them like they're a big dog, they will be okay.
No, I'm not. And not just because of her personality.
They have good acting.
You are renting and you're moving to any place, you have to put a down payment because of a dog. You have to think do I get a dog in this or whatever? And
I know,
they have medical bills and they have issues. Well, don't get a dog yet. Get
we were in SoCal and we were in the middle of nowhere over a little bit. But anyways,
when you were in Fresno, you mean?
Yeah. Okay. So we were at this Walmart, right? And there was this little dog. It was a little white, blonde Chihuahua. Okay. And it was just walking around, had a collar, right? And it's just looking at people. are you my mother? Are you my mom? Like, it was
so you wanted to
lost.
take it?
So we picked it up, and it was so chill. It just was like, okay, whatever. We walked in the store with it because I was like, we should get a water or something. And then we called the dog, like the owner, obviously. She really didn't care. She was like, yeah, okay, I'm sending someone.
Dang it.
And then, like, I just was like,
get a bearded dragon.
Anyways, no. Have you seen the way DJ looks at anyone? They walk past the cage, he's all.
No, he's actually very sweet.
He's actually judgmental.
I think that's your own issues inside here, because he's very sweet.
Shut up! She'll walk in the room and you'll be like, "Get that thing away from me!"
No, because I'm literally like working, and then all of a sudden I'll see something right here, and it's Landis with her stupid lizard, like
this long.
Because she knows it startles me, and I used to love bearded dragons, and it runs whenever it decides.
So it makes you uncomfortable.
But like it never decides to run until all of a sudden you're least expecting it. It's like our air freshener that like comes out in the middle of nowhere. You're like, who's that? Oh, it startles you. And so when he's just like this, and also he's like, you're like, ah!
I had a leopard gecko and I loved it, and it was so cute.
Get a leopard gecko then.
I should get a leopard gecko. I have all its stuff still. I should.
I
don't know. I don't want like a small.
Just go.
I want a dog because then I was thinking
do like a crafting party and bring friends.
It would make me go on walks. Like,
but would it?
Yes, because I have to. I live in an apartment.
Oh,
and I live in a really cute neighborhood. Like, I don't know.
But what happens if you need to move? Then you have a dog. I guess do it if you want to do it. Learn the hard way. Dogs are dogs. Get a pet rock.
What am I gonna do? Be alone forever?
Find a boyfriend.
Well, that's not the answer to everything.
Find a friend. Get friends. Join a small group. What are you doing? There's so many things out there you can do. Anyways.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna get a dog.
Alicia's saying don't do it. I think Priscilla said don't do it.
Boyfriends are dirty and they're rude and they think they know everything and they're like having a child.
Get a meetup app. Yeah, but okay, so you're at the age, you are 19. And I'm just thinking, like, I got pregnant at 19. So like my life
so much better. Like, you guys are
I'm not saying get pregnant. That was like not the point of that at all. What I'm saying is like, okay, if I could go back and redo it, which I was planning not to get pregnant, even though, you gotta make better choices. I had a dog. I got a dog. Okay, so no, I got Callie. We got Callie when I was like 17 or 18. I had moved out, and then after the apartment, when Dustin and I moved in together, we got Callie. And actually, he worked 24-hour shifts, so Callie did help, but friends helped more. But I don't know.
Not for me.
We'll just have sleepovers. You don't need to have roommates. Just be like, I charge by the night.
No.
Become an Airbnb.
Well, and then I had like...
That would be weird.
I don't know. I just started like...
No dogs, no boys. LOL. You are young. Have fun. Hard work. I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, die working hard. Like, if I was 19 and had no kids, my YouTube channel would be millions of subscribers because I'd literally be on here every single dang day. The only reason I don't put millions of % into my career is because I have a family that I love.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if I could go back, that is what I would be doing. At first, I'd go out on the weekends, and then I would work my butt off from Monday till Friday working on my drink.
I don't want that. Like,
you need my dream printable.
Okay.
I'm going to print it right now.
Infomercial. You're like, you need, wait a minute.
For 6 easy payments, you can print my dream printable right now.
Oh my gosh. No, I'm just like starting to realize like it's hard because everyone my age is just like going out, not giving a crap because they work like they don't have an
So why don't you go out and not give a crap?
Because I care about like what
you don't need to care about your job at midnight.
What if I'm with
you
the
care
wrong
about
people
your
or
job
something goes wrong or like I get arrested? Like I don't know. And that's the other thing is I don't have good people to go out with. All these people that go out are like sleazeballs.
New friends.
So well, and I don't know. I'm probably gonna start hanging out with Michaela more and like going out with her friends because they're really fun.
Yeah, if you know 21. A group already, right? But well, then they're gonna be getting you into stuff that you don't want to get into. And if you guys know about I know you know about the opioid, whatever, but don't start taking prescription drugs.
Yeah.
Just saying. Like, drink, and if you have an issue with it and you realize, like, oh, maybe I'm an alcoholic, maybe you learn that early. So stop drinking. But if you can handle your alcohol, then drink for the rest of your life. It's cool. Enjoy your single life. Yeah, like, go to Camp Pendleton with me and look at all the boys, because you can.
Those guys
are jerks, but they're fun to look at for you, right?
I hope the dude doesn't watch this video.
Oh.
So
I'm talking about the past.
I know, but I'm talking about the future and like how I don't think I'll ever talk to like a Marine or anybody like that.
Oh, was it because of this? Yeah. Well, don't. Okay, military boys are hard. Hey, I'm all about honesty here. As honest I'm being with you, I'm saying, look, use your eyeballs, because you can't. Not when you're not single. You get in trouble for looking at anything. So I'm just saying, while you're single, enjoy the eye candy at the Camp Pendleton while you can. While I'm sitting here eating my fries, because that's all I'm allowed to look at. That's why married people get fat, because you can't look at anything, so you just look down and eat your food.
Oh my God. No.
I'm making it sound any more appealing.
No, I don't know. Honestly.
Marty Joe married a Marine. And that's why we go to Camp Pendleton, because my closest cousin is a Marine, and his wife obviously married him. Because if she didn't, that'd be
I've
weird.
Just always had bad experiences with them. Like, and I won't get into that because
with
like,
Marine people, with military. So. And you can't judge it all on two people.
Know, but I also don't know if I can handle that lifestyle.
It's a very intense lifestyle. Actually, though, if you have kids,
I'd be like, I'm working.
Yeah,
you go do your thing.
If you have kids, like very hard to have a husband deployed.
Right.
If you don't have kids, I'd be like, I'm working out.
Right.
I'm going to I'm gonna be.
That's what I was saying. That was the positive part where I was like, I could do this.
But you're basically living a single life while they're gone.
I would have to go live somewhere on base with somebody. You
don't have to. They can be deployed and you can still get your income and you can live at home or rent somewhere, anywhere you want. Then don't marry them.
I'm too insecure.
You don't become a secluded person and close themselves up in a house with like 20 cats or dogs.
I'm fine with that.
You need to just get out and join a small group. Join a band.
And the Rockets.
And our club. I love how you're the main person.
Oh yeah. Why I was thinking I'm gonna be in a band and be in the back? Yeah, no.
Do you have any musical talent? That's why I was thinking it was like your friend and you one of the Rockets. I mean, like, you know.
I like Barbie. Honestly, there are so many hidden talents. Like,
oh my gosh.
I'm just gonna have 80 jobs.
If y'all don't watch Barbie in the Dream House.
Barbie Life in the Dream House.
Life in the Dream House.
If you don't have kids, if you have kids and they're grown and they're gone, watch it anyways. If you have Netflix, just turn it on.
Best show ever. Like Rain, Barbie, Life in the Dream House. Same.
Oh
my gosh, I finished Rain. Have you watched it? I finished Rain and I was like, now I need another show. So then I was going to watch the Demichis or whatever, whatever it's called, and it's too much nakedness in it, so I turned it off. Then there's it was the Two Doors, which is like Bloody Mary and Henry VIII of France, which there's of England. I mean, anyway, so I finished it, and I was like, there's a void in my life. I need to fill.
Oh, where is me?
You're young. You can do anything. I mean, you can work for me and Disney. You're so young.
You're so young.
I'm just saying. I work.
No, don't you have to go to their Disney college?
Not to work for them.
But you honestly, I thought, you know what?
And go to college for
everyone
free.
Everyone keeps joking. They're like, oh, just move back to, what are you doing? Move back to California, whatever. And I think I just should, until I'm, settled or married, I should just move every year. Back and forth. Well, no, not back and forth. But somewhere new. What if I moved? No, that would be terrible.
Then you're going to find a boy in one of those areas and you're going to get locked down. That's what's going to happen, honestly. And then
you're the one telling me to find a boyfriend.
Actually, I should introduce you to my friend Mary.
See,
she does that. And then when she finally settled in Ohio, I think right now, she does that. That's what she did. She lived in New York, and then she moved to Utah, and then she moved, I think, somewhere else, and then she moved. Utah?
I got like a cute apartment
Cheap.
and just working in like different.
You should just move to Utah because it's central, halfway here, a little bit more than halfway there. It's cheap. There's so many people there we know. You wouldn't even have to travel to go to CVX Live.
Okay,
Cricut headquarters.
I'll just move there just for CVX.
Get a job for the airlines to see the world. What's your excuse now, huh, Foo? Her mom works for an airline. She gets free flights.
I want to die.
She's sitting here giving us all, I can't do anything.
No,
We're like go.
I want to travel. I want to do it. It's just,
I'm
just getting into the,
I just moved
in like 3 months ago, and I'm trying to be like, this is a lot to live here. I better stay at home. Like,
yeah. Better enjoy this house because that's all I can afford right now.
Well, no, I don't know. Like, I want to travel. I want to do all that, but I don't. Like, I think I moved. So that was the other thing. I moved every year when I was little. Like, every school year until I was in, like, I did 6th and 7th grade, moved 8th grade, moved into a new school 9th grade, moved to a new school 10th grade, and then did 10th and 11th, and moved back here for senior year. But elementary school, I was in a different school every year.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I like moving.
Yeah.
Like, I like moving. New people are like, but I don't know. I like moving.
But I think one day you'll establish roots and then you won't want to move.
Where do you think I should be?
I don't know.
Okay. But
where do you feel like
you say like roots? You should find a boyfriend, and then watch me find a boyfriend, and he wants to live in like Japan.
Say that realistically. And someone said, go travel Europe. Yeah. Okay. So if I could fly free and whatever, I would travel. That's what I would do if I was you. But this is you. This is your life. If you like to hang out at home and do things and be like less busy all the time, which is perfectly fine. Like, you don't have to let the pressure of like, I'm young, I'm only young once.
That's the whole pressure I feel right now. And I'm like,
it's just, the only reason we say it is because it's so expensive to travel when you have more than one person. So when you have a spouse, then you both have to save so you can both travel, which is, for me, traveling with my family is so much more fun than traveling alone. Like, I don't think we say it out of regret. We're not like, travel while you can because you're young and you're single. It's like, it's expensive AF when you have kids. And then if you have more than two kids, I don't know how you do it financially because it's like, I had to stop.
I get that part. And I will, like.
But I love traveling with family.
We're doing a trip to Greece.
Yeah.
In October.
Fun.
So if we do that, that'll be fun. Then I'll travel and whatever. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I think I've developed like a weird thing about traveling.
Like, you like it, or it's like anxiety.
A little bit of anxiety.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I also I come here and I go there so much. I feel like I travel a lot, but to my mom and sister, they're like, you don't go anywhere. Like, you need to go see the world. And I'm just like.
But I think you've traveled more than them in the last year.
Like back and forth,
stuff with
domestically, yes, but
that's even more exhausting sometimes.
Right.
Not
so that's
more,
my point. But like I just feel like there's certain things where I'm like, I just got home, or like I've been going, like we've been doing road trips and stuff, and then I've been going to Wilmington to see McKaylin a lot. So, like, I just feel like I'm kind of never home. And I'm getting used to it. So I'm getting, I'm breaking out of that. But it's hard.
But that can kind of be an incentive for you to find just, like, a small place to live in a really cheap place, like Utah or something. And then just, like, be like, this is my hub I come home to, but I don't need to stay here.
Right. And that's my other thing is, like, why? I don't know. Like, I think it would be fun to live different places. Like, I don't want to just be like, okay, I'm going to settle here.
Yeah.
But I also like having the option, like, I could move here and have all my family here. I can move there. I have people there. Or I have people in Utah. Like, not somewhere like a state by myself. That's scary because I'm afraid of getting murdered. So that's
interesting. That's See, me, it's family. Like, I am where I know the most people.
Yeah.
And I'm terrified of meeting, like, trying to create this whole new group of people I don't know, like, how to meet. It took me a long time to even become friends with a lot of people, like, here.
Yeah.
In my adult life after having kids.
That could be really fun. I don't know. And then, like.
What?
Get an apartment.
Oh. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's cheap. It's close. It's like an hour and a half flight to here.
Right.
It's like, what,
No,
2
it would
hours?
be fun. I don't know. I just don't want to like be like, yeah, I'll just live wherever. Like,
Plus, you have family there.
Right. It's
And
fun.
and it's fun. There's a lot of stuff to do for kids.
I don't know, but
there's so much stuff to do for kids
I'm
there.
just not like, well, and that's the hard part is I'm realizing like everyone my age is going out. They're just like not kidding. Like some of the stuff people my age though are doing is like reckless. Like I'm not like that, and it makes me not want to go out because.
But you have to stop saying that people your age, because there's people your age doing that, and those are the only ones you're hanging out with.
Right.
All the other ones are traveling. They're in Europe. They're in whatever. They're abroad because they're doing other things. Like there's other people out there who are doing the same things you want to do.
Right.
You just have to find them somehow. I'm not sure how to do that in this day and age. I only have 2 types of friends. Friends that I've met in my adult life and friends that I've kept since I was a child. I don't have any in-betweeners because it's like
I'm running out of those.
At your age, I was still hanging out with like friends from high school, and then I had kids and I was like, whoa, all those friends are doing other things than me. And then, I don't know, I didn't find friends until I joined church, but that's up to you. Like, if you're not about that life, or
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Be alone. This is interesting.
What?
Well, because here I have like a whole family, so.
Right, so move back. Just saying.
Whoa. Whoa.
You have so many people here, and you got cousins here, and you have.
Yeah, but they like, and that's the other thing is I'm like, okay, how long can I base it off of that? Because everybody's gonna have their own life eventually.
Not really. My kids aren't for a while, like 6 years.
Well, yeah, but your kids are like
kids.
My little kids, like they're kids.
Little kids.
They're kids.
No, believe it. You were a kid once,
I know.
And then you turned into an adult.
I can't wait till Landis is older. I'm excited.
She's going to be 12 this year.
We were like, she's going to be 16.
She's just little. Like, you at 12, we were doing our fish video.
No, we were doing the Cookie Monster versus Oprah.
Yeah, same time. Same time. That's what I'm saying. You were just 12 and you looked older. It's just because my kid looks like a 5-year-old.
If you guys want to see a really funny video, try to look up Cookie Monster versus Oprah. I want to see
Cookie Monster for president.
No, it's Cookie Monster versus Oprah because the thumbnail is ridiculous.
That's on your channel. We both have it on our channel because mine is Cookie Monster for president, and then there's also what's our fish video called?
Larry Smartwater
something. Yeah. My youngest has been to Europe twice. He loved it. Priscilla, your kids are going places. Mm-hmm. I found out that if 20s people are all over the place in life, some have kids, some don't. Some rely on their parents, some completely on their own. Everyone in their own path of life. Yep. Yeah, and I worked with youth for the last 10 years, so I've seen the difference in all of the things that they do.
The ones that are most successful.
Well, one's married. Okay, so let's talk about it. One is married and they own a home. Another one has a kid and married and they own a home. Another one is in college doing her thing. Actually, she just got a job working with drug addict teens. Megan.
Oh.
So she's just like living her best life. No desire to have a relationship except like a new relationship and move on. Because she's like, I like that whole like, I like to
look at this video.
Cookie Monster versus Oprah. That's on Anna's channel.
Oh my gosh.
But you were 12 at the time, and Landis is almost 12.
Landis was
she's just little. She hasn't like blossomed yet.
Landis was still like little at this point. Like
success. And then another one's married. Wow, a lot of them are getting married.
Well, I guess that's true. It just depends on what your goals are.
That's what I'm saying. You're just hanging out with the wrong people who have different goals. You need to find people with their goals. And I'm trying to think what else others have done. A lot of them are like a little bit older now. They're like 25 almost. And then the ones that are just graduating, one of them came back and now she interns for us. And she just graduated college.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, like, you're just, and I'm not saying you have to hang out with like Christian people at church, but just saying like other organizations that bring other people together with common goals would help. That's why kind of going to college just to go to meet people might be a nice thing. Just like take a couple classes on something you want to learn.
Those classes?
No, take classes that you want. Don't take math. Like,
failed the class. I'm like, I just wasted money and I have no friends still.
No, okay, it's $26 a unit over here at whatever you call it, a community college.
Which one?
I don't know. So take a PE class. It's 1 unit. Take a PE class. It's 1 unit. If you fail it, you can make it up later. It's like PE. You know, you're gonna make friends because you're gonna need to have like weightlifting partners and junk. Just saying. You meet some ripped girls and boys.
I don't not have friends. I didn't
say you don't have friends. It just sounds like you need new friends because you're comparing yourself to all these people. And if I were to have compared myself to some of my friends, I would have been like, y'all are stupid and not going anywhere with your life, which they bring it together eventually. But I didn't because I had a kid. And then I was like, no, I have no friends.
Now you're that.
Nobody has kids.
Going nowhere with your life.
Yeah. Going nowhere with my 19-year-old mom life. I was 20 when I had her, but
yeah.
But then I started hanging out with older people.
That was crazy. So when Tania was pregnant, she came to Utah and I was 6.
Yeah.
I was 6 and Tania was pregnant, and this is like my first memory of you, which is really weird because like obviously when you were there, I was like, Antonia, like I knew who you were, but it was just weird because I was little and you weren't like, you were around, but I guess I just don't remember this.
You were just younger than 6.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, that's what it was. So she was pregnant and we used to sit and just play the SpongeBob SquarePants game on the Xbox all summer because she was depressed and pregnant.
I was 19 and I was like, I got
she
pregnant.
Came and hung out with us.
I know. Well, Dustin and I were going through a really hard time in our life at that time.
I made it worse. It was me.
You made me realize like, oh my gosh, I'm about to have a kid.
It wasn't my sister, it was me.
And I ran away from Dustin, who I apparently really like and I need to go back to. No, we were just like in a really rocky time and I got pregnant and I was so mad that I got pregnant and I had plans and I had a career dream and I was just like, I'm going to do this. And then, I know I'm stressing you out. Sorry, but with all the other stuff we're talking about, but no, I'm not. She knows she can. We do whatever. Anyways,
I'm just happy. I'm chilling. I'm just happy I'm not pregnant.
Yeah, because at your age, I have no room to talk. Because at your age, I was literally at home. Well, I was pregnant at your age. I didn't have her yet, but I was like, what am I going to do? My life is over. And then I was like, I'm just going to go live with my sister. And I moved. I didn't move, but I like,
move with us?
No, I was like, can I come stay with you for like the summer, like the whole summer, 3 months? And your mom was like, yeah, that'd be awesome. And
my mom is older than her.
Yeah. Cause your mom was working. She was like, I'm not going to be around. Yeah. You can come stay at my house if you want. Yeah. And so like, which was probably kind of nice to have because as another adult to be around for you guys. But I went there and I was young. Like I think about it and I'm like, I was mad because they were waking me up early and like, hello, what better thing to prep me for being a mom? But I was just like, this one was so excited that I came into town. She wanted me up like first crack it on.
That's why like, I just had such a pure heart as a little kid.
You were,
I just was like, just want to like play with me. So I'm like, I don't know, bounce the bouncy ball on the floor
on the tile right above where I'm sleeping. And it was like the loudest ball I've ever heard. And I remember my dad being like, Anna, stop it. Tania's sleeping. And I'd be like, I'm not now.
Right.
But I remember going there and then.
Well, that's the same thing when I was with you guys. Like it'd be the same Landis
exactly.
and Riley. I don't know what it is, but some mornings they would be like running and then slamming the door as hard as they can. Their door's right next to me, and Dustin would just be like, Anna's asleep.
Exactly. It's like circle of life, but it is like it's hilarious.
But I'm not having a kid.
Exactly. Exactly. So I think it's hilarious that I was so young that I was like, this little kid needs to stop bouncing the stupid ball. Because little did I know I was about to be up for the next 18 years of my life because I can't sleep because I have kids.
Yeah, exactly. No, exactly.
I had a baby at 19 too. Tough times, but I don't ever regret it. Yeah. And there's so many perks of having kids young. Like so many. Like we can travel and our kids are like rock star travelers. And I'm not lugging around baby stuff right now while all my friends are.
You guys are family. Yes, I'm her niece.
She's my niece. And she's a lot younger even though we look the same size.
I was just looking at that. Like I feel like every time I get in a video with you, the more like mature my face is getting, so I look older and you just look the same.
You're growing up. I think you're as old as you're gonna look, though. Like you're full grown.
It's like one of those things you put in water that like
girl, I gotta buy. We were shopping for shoes for me for the wedding, and this is all. Well, they're a little too big, so there's room to grow. It's like
I love that.
I was like, I'm not growing hopefully in the feet anymore.
Yeah, no, that doesn't. I love shoes. That's why
I love my shoes.
Addict. The shoe addict and purse addict because you never grow out of your shoes.
Yep, my shoes. My feet have always been nice and fit. So good old feet. I had all my kids young and love it. It was very hard times, but no regrets. Yeah. And then I was reading a blog on someone who had 5 kids, and she made it sound so interesting because, like, the hardest time is when you have those littles all at once. When they get older, having 5 kids is actually easier because you've got these older kids that can open doors for you and load groceries for you at the same time. And, like, it's more chaotic to think about schedules, but I
only want 2 or 1. Like,
it's
literally. Expensive. Yeah, that's the other thing. I would not have a kid if I, no.
I think more about my time.
If I couldn't even afford it, that's out of the question. I don't know.
If I have to miss a game or miss a little bit of a practice, or not a practice, I don't really sit around for practice, but, if I have to miss something that I want to see, I'm, devastated. So I can't imagine having 5 kids.
5 kids is, I personally just want to be able to be, very...
Yeah.
As long,
because I see parents who are they have 7 and then they're great parents, but they're like, oh yeah, my kid's in Lincoln today playing soccer and this kid's over here playing this. And I'm like, you don't get to see it. No. I want to see every moment. Right. So that's the only reason I can only have 2.
And it's the being involved.
Yeah. Unless I had twins, because then they would do the same thing.
What if you I low-key, that terrifies me, having twins, but at the same time, boom, you're done.
Right. I think I'll adopt a 12-year-old and another 9-year-old. Because then they'd have a friend. And then they can play in the same league if they play.
Can you adopt as a single 18-year-old, 19-year-old?
Mm-hmm. You can even foster. You should foster teens. Or you should get involved in, a group that does, servicing for teens or something. Or come back here and serve in junior high with Landis. That is when I felt fulfilled.
I should adopt a child, you guys.
Not adopt a child, not yet.
That's the same.
But I'm just, I didn't feel like I was, because I kind of had that same feeling with Landis. It was just me and her, and we were, home all the time, not doing anything. She was basically, my puppy that you want. And then until I started serving in junior high and finding, purpose in helping others, that's when I really, found something to do. Your obsession with twins. I do have an obsession with twins. I have a 6, 12, and 14. My older 2 have always been super helpful with my 6-year-old. Yep. I caught a live video. Okay, we're going to wrap this up. Are you ready?
Am I? You want to keep going? How long are they normally?
That's what I'm saying. They're addicting. You could talk all day, but then you're like, oh, I probably have to get back to life. Big brothers, big sisters. I got pregnant at 18 and got married. Still married 31 years. I have very, very supportive husband.
See, that's the other thing. I just want to make sure I'm with the right person because I don't have patience for that. And if you're not fully there, you're not there then.
Yeah.
I leave.
It was very hard for us because I was about to start college. Well, I was in college.
Dustin's older than
and
me.
He's 2 years older than me. 2 years older than me.
Was he 2 grades older than you?
1 grade older, 2 years. But he had already established a career by the time I got pregnant. And so it was no question about it. I was the one staying home and he was the one working, which my passion is to work. I love working. So, which I wouldn't have joined YouTube, the YouTube community probably didn't speak so much on the internet. It always works out, but my day off too could talk all day. Bye day. Bye. What? I told you that's what I'm doing tomorrow. No, you bought one.
I'm going to buy another one.
I
decided.
That's what I'm going to make tomorrow.
So it's all
no one can see it.
Is that shirt. So I'm going to buy the black and white one, I think. So,
or you can make one.
I bought the pink.
You can make one. Are you talking about the hoodie or are you talking about the iPhone watch, Apple Watch cover?
Both.
Because I'm going to make both of those tomorrow.
That's really bulky on your wrist.
Yeah, but it's just for Disneyland. And I'm going to bling it. Don't show them you're not mooning the camera.
What? Sorry. Hello.
Not real mooning. That would be awful. Okay.
I think you would have shut the laptop. If that
I'm all,
was- My shirt is
I know. I've been wearing my shirt
I
like that a
packed
lot.
so horribly this trip. Like I literally was just like, okay, a bunch of leggings, and I'm going to Disneyland. So I packed this, and like
You're not
my
even gonna
Disneyland
wear
hat.
that at Disneyland, and your hat. I got your outfits covered.
And I didn't bring enough shirts.
Actually, I
so.
only have 2 of your outfits covered. You gotta have 1 outfit.
Are you debuting those in video?
Yep. Those are my October videos.
So we can't talk about it, you guys.
We
so
can't
don't
talk
ask.
about it. I know you're all secret here talking about
That's
things
why
on the
I'm
floor and
sorry.
stuff. And
It'll
I
be
was like,
tomorrow. Calm
that's
down.
tomorrow's video if I have a moment to go live. Wednesdays are insane.
I'll do it.
You'll do it?
Sure.
You're gonna ruin it because you're like, I need to get me a hoodie to wear. I'm gonna iron
I
this
would
on.
make that so cute.
I already cut one backwards. You can iron
You
yours on
guys
backwards.
be here tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll do those tomorrow. You can go get a hoodie and we can make another one.
Let's do it. Where'd you get that hoodie?
Ross for $10.
And it's blank. Doesn't have anything on it.
Yep.
I hate when you go to Ross and it's like, it's so cute, and then it's like baby girl on the front.
Right?
It says something
Or like
really weird.
Chillin' in Fresno.
It's like a giant cactus on it.
Right.
Just like,
Where can you find blank hoodies? We love Ross. I love Ross.
when are you going to Disneyland? Next
Tuesday,
telling them?
Monday. Yeah, I think they know. Monday we go to Disneyland. We'll be there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So check out our Instagram. We'll do photos or games or something. And then Wednesday we fly to Utah for CVX Live.
Yeah, are any of you in
Utah area, you go into CVX Live. So we'll be there. We're excited. We missed last year because Cricket Mountain Make-a-thon overlapped or didn't overlap enough or something, and we had to come
Are we
home.
gonna go live?
At CVX Live?
Well, it is.
I
live.
planned to go live a lot there.
CBX Live. Are we gonna have a booth?
No, I don't think so.
No booth. We'll just be
No
walking around.
stress. I'm just going to hang out. Where did I get 3/4 sleeve shirt? I don't know.
I think she's just asking in general.
Oh.
Michael?
No. He's gonna go spinny wheel. Target.
Target.
I don't know. 3/4. I haven't seen a 3/4
Like a
length
blank
shirt.
one? Good luck. Don't know.
Are those back?
Online.
I'm going to Disneyland this Thursday, leaving Monday.
Most
Wait,
some
wait.
of the videos.
I'm going to Disneyland this Thursday, leaving. Oh, you're leaving Monday. We'll be there Monday evening.
Dang it.
I'm flying California this weekend. Maybe we will run into each other at Disney. We will be at Disney and Monday evening, Tuesday all day, Wednesday morning. So I've been finding lots and lots of shirts at the Dollar Tree, including 3/4 sleeve. Yeah, if you have a fallless, I love fallless.
Ooh, yeah. I haven't been in there since you took me that one.
I know. We need to try on the shirts that I made, so I know I have to make different ones if they look like weird.
You held it up, and I was like,
We're supposed to look like
Yeah.
hot messes in that outfit. They're cute.
I'm gonna have to like
What?
full glam. So
Full glam it.
full glam
All right.
for Disneyland.
All right, bye guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye guys.